Back to Dynasty Warriors 3, where I will cover the Musou modes, 4th weapons, and maxing out of the first few of the Wei Kingdom characters. Now that I've covered the basics of the game with the Shu Kingdom, these should start going by quicker. Once again going in character select order, we start with Xiahou Dun. And we're starting with a quick one, as his Musou mode starts with the Yellow Turban Rebellion, which I have covered many times. I equip him with the usual set of 5 items and get started. The Wei characters start just a little southwest of the Shu characters, so the order I go through this level is barely any different from with them. We're moving away from the majority spear movesets of Shu. Xiahou Dun uses a sword, which has less reach than the spears, but he's very no-nonsense with his strikes, no fancy twirls or anything that can get interrupted, just quick swings that take the enemy down. He's more enjoyable than a good chunk of the Shu cast to me. His Musou attack is also a sequence of rising slashes that you can juggle the enemies with. I start by going southeast and taking down Sun Chong, and since I'm so close to him, I go further south to bring down Yan Cheng. Then it's north to deal with those boulders, defeating Gao Sheng, capturing the gate up the mountain and killing Chang Bao. Down the mountain to fight off Chang Jiao, then southwest to get rid of Chang Man Cheng, Chao Hong and the southwest gate captain. North for the next gate captain and Chang Liang. East from there for Ma Yuan Yi and Pei Yuan Shao. Into the fortress for Guan Hai and out the frozen river to the north to bring down the gate captains, He Yi and Chang Jiao. I gained 6400 points to get promoted to class 12 with 4 bodyguards, and once again we have another repeat with the battle at Hulao Gate. This time we get a different start to the stage as the Wei characters start in the northwest path leading to the centre north gate and the Fan Shui Gate. And to start with, I head straight to that centre north gate and claim it before I head south down the valley. This makes Niu Fu the first officer I fight in this route, and my Musou attack demolishes him. Then further south to take on Fan Chou and reach the top of the Fan Shui Gate. But after that, the rest of the stage pretty much goes the same as it does for a Shu character. I drop down and head all the way east, defeating Hua Xiong, Shu Rong, Chang Liao, Gao Shun, and claiming all the gates on the way. Then going all the way south and then west, killing Li Meng, Yao Chan, Li Ru, and Dong Chuo once again. Xiahou Dun reaches class 9 and his bodyguards become sergeants. But for stage 3, we actually get something not seen with Shu, the battle at Guandu in Spring 200. The cutscene shows Wei soldiers spying on Yuan Shao's army and reporting to Cao Cao, who brags about how he'll come out on top. After the death of Dong Chuo and the allied forces going their separate ways, many battles start up between the kingdoms all gunning for their own power, but Yuan Shao stands out with his massive garrison at Hebei. Cao Cao takes him on and manages to do well despite the much smaller army. By the year 200, Cao Cao and Yuan Shao do battle at Guandu over the control of central China. Cao Cao's forces come from the huge castle in the southwest, while Yuan Shao's army is spread everywhere else, with several outposts across the stage. Xiahou Dun starts a little northeast of the centre of the map. I start by continuing northeast, taking down my first officer in Yuan Shi. Close by is Shun Chen, but before I can fight him, I get a cutscene of Yuan Shao's army approaching the castle with these towers filled with archers. Shun Chen goes down and the nearby outpost doors are opened. I go inside and am told there's no sign of Yuan Shao's supply depot. Its location is randomised every playthrough. I capture the gate in the back and clear the place out of its soldiers. I also claim the gate outside a little south of the outpost. I next travel southeast to the centre-east outpost. To open it up I have to take down Lu Wei Kuang. I capture the nearby gate and find that the depot is not in this outpost either. I empty this outpost and get moving south for the outpost in the southeast. But I've been ignoring those towers for too long, and the northern castle wall is blasted open, allowing the enemy to start pouring in. But I ignore that and keep my focus on the outpost. I defeat Hang Men to open the outpost, and this one finally contains a supply depot. Xiahou Dun sends a messenger to let Cao Cao know that it is found. Inside the outpost is a path east filled with soldiers leading to a gate to capture at the end. Yuan Shang also hangs around here, so I get rid of him too. Once everyone is dealt with here, I head back west and cross the bridge onto the central plains. Yan Liang is around here, so I kill him. I next go inside the castle to wipe out the build-up of enemy soldiers I let happen. To the north of this area are 2 officers close together, Gao Lan and Wen Chou. Defeating them both leaves the place safer now. Soon after, Yuan Shao orders all of his units to advance. I clear out the last few stragglers inside the castle and return to where I started the stage, then move northwest across the bridge. I capture the gate and take on Chang He. One Musou attack on him and he crumples and doesn't even try to fight back before I take him down. Yuan Tan is nearby, and if Chang He wasn't a threat, a non-playable officer isn't going to be one either. Just before I defeat him, Yuan Shao shows up. I ignore him to finish Yuan Tao and head south a little to take on Liu Bei. I almost defeat him, but get interrupted by a cutscene in which he sees Guan Yu on my side. Yeah, he's been part of my army the entire stage. Liu Bei assumes Guan Yu has a good reason for fighting for Cao Cao and leaves the battlefield. However, I put a lot of effort into lowering his health, and so I chase him down and finish him with an arrow to the back before I can leave. right in front of Guan Yu, who has nothing to say about me shooting down his fleeing brother. Liu Bei was Yuan Shao's last officer, leaving him unprotected. So I returned to him, swat him off his horse and beat him to death. Since he doesn't appear in any more stages, he dies here. I also unlocked Yuan Shao for killing Yan Liang and Wen Che before Guan Yu could. I gained Xiahou Dun's second weapon, the Great Scimitar, and he reaches class 7 with his bodyguards becoming mages. Stage 4 is the first case of me playing a stage from the other side, with Guan Yu's escape. I already explained the context of this battle in the first part, so let's get into it. I put the difficulty to hard in the hopes that I can also get Xiahou Dun's fourth weapon first time. We get a different opening cutscene. Chang Liao is still leaning against that gate as Xiahou Dun sets off after Guan Yu, asking if Guan Yu has already left. He catches up to Guan Yu, they argue and Guan Yu speeds off. I have to defeat Guan Yu before he can reach the end of the stage and escape. The carriage is still here, classed as an enemy, but I can't attack the driver. Running through the first 2 gates are uneventful, and I face my first officer, Cho Tsang, on the first bridge. I have to defeat Cho Tsang, Chen Chen and Guan Ping to trigger the appearance of Xiahou Dun's fourth weapon. Cho Tsang goes down and through the third gate is where Chen Chen is waiting. I take him down and face Guan Ping in front of the fourth gate. I finish him too, but fighting all these hard mode powered officers has given Guan Yu the time to create a massive lead. Near the bridge past the fourth gate, the playable officers get involved as I face Chao Yun. For some reason, Guan Yu also turned around to face me, playing the cutscene where the two speak before fighting. I managed to knock the two off their horses, but Chao Yun and Guan Yu work well together on this difficulty and managed to beat me to death. I managed to defeat Chao Yun next time, but only because Guan Yu didn't help him out this time. I get Guan Yu down to his last quarter of health, but the carriage reaches the end of the stage, triggering his escape and making me fail again. Then on my third try, Guan Yu kills me again. And on my fourth try, I go back down to normal difficulty and win on my 5th attempt. Guan Yu compliments Xiahou Dun's skill and awaits his execution, but Xiahou Dun is content with just defeating him. No level ups. Stage 5 is another new one, the battle at Hefei in summer 215. The cutscene has Chang Liao being told that the forces of Wu are fast approaching. He has orders from Cao Cao to bloody their noses, and then wait for reinforcements. Cao Cao and his soldiers are seen approaching Hefei, while Chang Liao begins planning. Sun Quan has gathered a large army and has attacked Wei territory. By 215 they are approaching Hefei, and under Chang Liao's advice, Cao Cao sends a unit to meet them. There are 4 major groupings of enemies, in the southwest where Xiahou Dun starts, the northeast, the southeast where my target Sun Quan is, and the village in the centre which has the largest concentration of enemy soldiers. It's that last one that Cao Cao wants us to take. While I'm down here, I defeat Ling Tong and run into Lu Meng. Thankfully he's nowhere near as powered up as he is at Yi Ling. He still gets me to near death though. I kill him just in time for Ding Feng to show up and take him down too. I then take the long southern path east and then north to reach the village in the middle. There are many small groups of archers around here to keep an eye out for. In the southwest corner of town is Chu Huan. Just before I can get the last hit in, I get a cutscene where Chang Liao tells me he's moving on to the next step of the battle and leaving this area to me. I take out Chu Huan and turn the camera to discover Jiang Qin having a go as well. He goes down even faster and I turn the corner to find Chu Ran and Han Dang fighting together. While fighting them, I find Cho Tai has also snuck into the fight and I also spot Taisha Se riding around nearby too. Chu Ran falls first, followed by Cho Tai. I forget about Han Dang and confront Taisha Se. As I start juggling him in my Musou attack, I'm interrupted by Chang Liao charging in on Sun Quan. His unit appears close to Sun Quan for the surprise attack. As I bring Taisha Se close to death, Wu bring their own surprise attack when Gan Ning jumps out from under a bridge. His unit appears to the northwest, just downhill from Cao Cao. I finally kill Taisha Se without being interrupted again, only to get another cutscene right after where Sun Quan orders his entire army to advance on Cao Cao. I start by heading northwest to deal with Gan Ning first. Han Dang is also up here after I left him to finish Taisha Se, so I finish the job and seconds later take out Gan Ning's officer Pan Chang. Like Lu Meng, Gan Ning is also nowhere near as powered up as at Yi Ling, but he's still the biggest threat of any enemy officer and has more health than anyone else. It's a longer fight than anyone else, but when I have him juggled and near death, another cutscene interrupts where Cao Cao is informed that his reinforcements have arrived. The game fades back in on me bringing down Gan Ning. I steal a horse and head north, then take the northern road east to meet Lu Xun's unit, who have been inching closer and closer to Cao Cao the entire stage. Halfway there is Xu Sheng to defeat, who'd managed to get way closer to Cao Cao than anyone else from that unit. Reaching the northeast corner of the map, I first take down Cheng Pe. In the far northeast corner is a Musou wine to permanently increase it by 10. Heading south a little to the bridge lets me start a fight with Lu Xun. He ends up being no threat at all and gets taken out in no time. That just leaves Sun Quan's lot, still stuck in that corner with the full weight of Cao Cao's army bearing down on them. I get down there to find Sun Quan on the front lines. I ignore him at first and run past him, getting to work on all those archers backing him up. Lu Su is also in there with them and easily defeated. There are enough archers that by the time I'm done and return to Sun Quan, I have over 100 extra kills. My own archers are a big help and shoot him off his horse. I keep trying to take out the soldiers surrounding him, but I eventually realise that they are just going to keep coming and never run out. So I just focus on Sun Quan and take him out, killing him and ending Wu's role in this Musou mode. This is one of those stages that I enjoy travelling with and wiping out huge groups of cramped together enemies, but absolutely despise on hard difficulty, where it just stops being fun for me. Killing Gan Ning on this stage also unlocked him as a playable character. I gained Xiahou Dun's third weapon, the Kirin Sword. Gan Ning also drops a new item on this stage, the Power Scroll, which prevents me from ever losing weapon deadlocks when equipped. Xiahou Dun is promoted to class 5 with 6 guard bodyguards. Stage 6 is another stage we've played as Shu and are now seeing the other side of, the Battle of Jia Ting. I equip the Kirin Sword and get started. We get a different opening cutscene where a soldier reports to Chang He about the Shu camp and gets grilled on whether or not the camp was pretty. He then encourages his unit to destroy the Shu formation with their own, more beautiful one. Xiahou Dun starts slightly north of the centre. On gaining control, Sima Yi orders us to take the Shu supply depot. I head slightly south and quickly defeat Gao Xiang. East of him is Wei Yan. As I fight him, Li Hui also joins in. I focus on Wei Yan's guard captains and Li Hui gets killed by being in the way, replaced by Li Yan seconds later. He's the next to fall before I finally bring down Wei Yan. I continue south to fight a group of archers and Chen Shi, who doesn't last long. After clearing the area of remaining soldiers, I head east to take the path Chen Ji was in charge of before she was defeated right after I took out Wei Yan. I approach Chang Yi and get Jiang Wei on me, who can't even spell his own name right in the subtitles. These two barely fight back, with Chang Yi not fighting at all and going down first, and Jiang Wei getting a couple hits in before he is forced to retreat. Continuing south down this path gets me in Ma Chao's sights. As I fight him, Chang He sends his unit charging down the summit. I easily take down Ma Chao and follow the path all the way south. As I head towards the southeastern gate, I get attacked by Chao Yun, but he seems to lose interest instantly and lets me capture the gate. I move west and get Zhuge Liang and Liu Bei in my sights. I claim the southern centre gate and take on Zhuge Liang. Chao Yun also catches up and joins in. I wasn't expecting Zhuge Liang to give me trouble, but Chao Yun's constant interruptions make him harder to deal with than he should be. But separating them just isn't happening, so I get Chao Yun to the last sliver of health, only to get knocked over and watch him grant himself 1,000,000 free heals while I'm getting back up. I back away from them again when my health ends up in the red and focus on dealing with this crossbow unit and defeating Wang Ping. Right after this I get a cutscene of Wei soldiers cutting down Shu soldiers and I get a notification that the Shu supply depot has been destroyed, causing a huge loss in Shu morale. I return to Chao Yun and finish him off, followed by Zhuge Liang, who turns out to be just as pathetic as an opponent when alone as he is as a playable character. That just leaves Liu Bei, who is already taking a small beating as I approach him. I'd like to have turned it into a big beating, but he still has many guards and archers surrounding him, so I have to spend a few minutes removing them. Eventually Liu Bei has very few soldiers left and I end things by shooting him in the face. No level ups, the final stage for Xiahou Dun is the battle at Wuchang Plains, another returning stage from Shu I'm playing as from the other perspective. The cutscene from this side has Sima Yi, Chang He and Xu Huang hyping up the Wei army about how they are going to crush Shu and how Zhuge Liang is super scared of them. I start in the northeast corner, down the steps from Sima Yi's camp. I start by heading west and capturing the centre north gate. I head south from there, close to where Sima Chao's catapult unit would be when playing the Shu side. Guan Yu is here waiting for me, who should be long dead by now. I correct that historical inaccuracy. I stay on the east side and continue heading south towards the corner. As I near the bridge, I face a lot of archers and defeat Chang Bao, a different Chang Bao than the yellow turban one. Soon after, I get a cutscene of the catapult unit preparing. Going slightly uphill to the east has me fighting Pang Tong, who I'm also sure was dead by now. While I fight his unit, my catapults get firing. I spend a couple minutes wiping out the majority of Pang Tong's unit while he sneaks off. When I finally find him, I destroy him with my double attack status. I cross the bridge to the west and capture the gates there while my reinforcements arrive. Chang He has his try at defeating me and doesn't last long. After emptying this area, I get moving north around the exterior wall of Shu HQ. As I pass the entrance, I trigger a cutscene where assassins drop down behind me. This spawns an ambush party led by Huang Quan. They all surround me, leading to a very satisfying experience where I just bulldoze over so many soldiers at once. Huang Quan manages to get in and hit me, but I immediately make him pay with his life. I could run down the HQ and take on Zhuge Liang now, but I still have the west side of the stage and its officers to fight. I head northwest and cross the bridge to take on Ma Dai and crush him. I stay here a couple minutes taking out his remaining unit and capturing the gate here. Next I go south all the way where I defeat Yan Yan and his unit. I cross the bridge to the east and get moving north again. I defeat Wang Ping and Guan Xing before I return to the Shu HQ entrance, killing Gao Shang on the way along with Jiang Wei. I next get inside Shu HQ and run along the path to find that Zhuge Liang has rushed to fight me at the front lines. I defeat him in no time and he gets a unique death animation where he begs Liu Bei's forgiveness for failing to achieve his dream. Oh yeah, Liu Bei is still alive long after his death here. It's weird that the Shu side takes Cao Cao's death into account and has Sima Yi the final boss, but the Wei side keeps Liu Bei alive. Maybe they realise that the DW3 incarnation of Zhuge Liang is too weak to be the final boss. I fight my way along the wall and manage to get inside to fight Liu Bei one last time. I leave him at first to claim the other two gates on either side of him. Now he has no backup left and is trapped with me and the full Wei army behind me. There's a Wang to the west of him, by the way. Eventually, every enemy soldier is dead and Liu Bei is the only enemy combatant left, making it very easy to beat all that health out of him. Hard to say whether the Shu or Wei side of this stage is more fun, but I enjoy fighting through that cramped passage and taking out so many soldiers so quick before I get to Liu Bei. Completing Musou mode as a single Wei character unlocks Sima Yi. Xiahou Dun reaches class 3 and gains 8 bodyguards. As for the ending cutscene, it's in a castle as opposed to a tent, and since Chen Ji is the only playable woman on the Wei side, she's a singer this time. Xiahou Dun watches her sing while Xu Huang and Chang Liao drink together. Xu Chu is passed out drunk. Xiahou Dun and Chang Liao check out a passing Diao Chan. Holding an egg and preparing to eat it gives Xiahou Dun flashbacks to losing his eye, while Chang Liao and Xu Chu stare at him. Xu Huang relaxes and watches the song. Now to get that fourth weapon. As I said, it's on Guan Yu's escape on the Wei side and I have to defeat Cho Tsang, Chen Cheng and Guan Ping. The weapon then spawns in a crate in the northeast corner of the area I just defeated Guan Ping. Thanks to my higher stats and better weapon, I can do this and defeat Guan Yu in no time with little trouble. Xiahou Dun's fourth weapon is the Kirin Fang, which grants a fire element to his C2. Now to replay the yellow turbans until he's maxed out. 3 run-throughs fully level his bodyguards. The next run has him reach class max and fully maxes out his Musou bar and attack stat. 2 more runs maxes his defense. 2 more runs max his life bar. Then one last run to max out his points at 99,999. 1 down, 9 more to go. Next is Dian Wei. He starts with the battle at Hulao Gate. Dian Wei is slower and his axe is short and lacks range, but he's one of the most powerful characters we've looked at yet. His swings cover a decent area in front of himself and with his currently incomplete moveset, the final swing being downward and pinning the enemy to the ground makes it easier to catch them as they're coming back up. His Musou attack is a very basic sequence of swings that ends in spinning. It works fine and it's easy to control. Dian Wei is pretty fun. I feel the game struggles a bit with some of its big, strong, heavy characters as we'll see soon, but Dian Wei is one that came out on top for me. He's slow, but not too slow, he's constantly getting poked out of all his attack animations. As for the stage, with the amount of times I've covered it so far before this video, I think the one look with Xiahou Dun was enough. These are the officers killed, I gain 7800 points and get Dian Wei to class 12 with 4 bodyguards. The second stage is a new one, the battle at Wang Castle in Spring 197. This is the first new smaller stage we've seen from the Wei Kingdom. Cao Cao puts his plans for power into motion, attacking the Jing province and capturing Wang Castle. With the castle's lord Chang Xiu now a subordinate, Cao Cao starts to have eyes for his wife. Chang Xiu's uncle Chang Ji tells him of this and he plans an assassination on Cao Cao. A fire attack is launched at night and through the fire and confusion, Dian Wei stands against the enemy to allow Cao Cao to escape. At the start of the stage we see Cao Cao sat down and drinking. Outside, one of the guards is knocked out and enemy soldiers start storming in. Dian Wei wakes up and rushes outside to see the flames. He sends a soldier to protect Cao Cao while he deals with it. I start in the middle and take a few steps south to take on Chao Tsen, who doesn't get much of a chance to fight before he's killed. On the stairs is Wang Feng and I deal with him too. I get moving east to fight through archers and take down Hu Chen. I then head south at the fork and follow that path west to take on Hu Che, wiping him out with a single Musou attack. I keep following the path to claim the gate at the end. Back to the fork I continue northeast to the far east side and another fork. I first go south to take on Jia Shu, but he's right in front of the gate and has some archers in the back, so he manages to weasel his way out of the beating a few times. But his luck eventually runs out and after his defeat I capture the gate. There's a small group to the north that I could ignore, but I take them out anyway for the points and possible stat boosts. Up here is Xu Rong, who doesn't take long. That just leaves me with a long empty jog to the southwestern corner of the map. Chang Xiu's guard captains try me first, followed by archers, and then Chang Xiu himself. Being the enemy leader, he has a lot of health for a generic officer. He also doesn't get much of a chance to fight back, as I'm constantly juggling him and knocking him over for the next few minutes until he's killed. That stage is alright. Compared to other small stages it's flat and simple, with the enemy spread out far enough that they never get overwhelming. although that also leaves it not as memorable as other short stages we've seen so far like Mount Dingjun or Chengdu. I gained Dian Wei's second weapon, the Strike Axe, and he reaches class 10. Next is another returning stage from the opposite side for the first time, Changban for stage 3. On this side, the cutscene shows Xiahou Dun, Chang Liao and Xu Chu watching Liu Bei's fleeing people before sending the Wei army on them. Dian Wei starts in the northeast, only slightly north of where the majority of the Shu characters start in their version. Something I haven't brought up yet is that stages also get different music when being played on the opposite side to give those versions their own identity. There were a few cases of this in Dynasty Warriors 2, but with there being more stages and everyone no longer having the exact same selection of stages per Musou mode, it's more noticeable here. It's much appreciated after how many times I'll be playing certain stages. I get moving south, with Cho Tsang being the first officer to fall. In the southeast corner of his section is a gate I capture. After this, Cao Cao and his reinforcements make their entrance. I continue south down the valley and take down the second officer, Mi Chu. Going further south, I reach the bridge and take on Chang Fei. I knock him off his horse and beat him over the head until he leaves. I slowly cross the bridge while taking out the rest of his remaining unit. I choose to ignore the gates in the far south and take the first west to head towards Liu Bei. Zhuge Liang is the first officer I run into, and it turns out waving a fan against an axe isn't a wise tactical decision, so he is forced to retreat. Following the path further east, I continue west at the fork and move north all the way, taking out Ma Su on the way. At the end of that path, I next defeat Mi Fang, followed quickly by Ma Liang and Liu Feng. Jian Yong is next, and while I fight Sun Qian, Liu Chu's forces arrive with their rescue ships. Sun Qian goes down, and that's Liu Bei losing 5 officers in the space of a couple minutes by grouping them all so close together. Liu Bei starts riding for the southwest corner to join his navy, and Cao Cao tells me to defeat him before Liu Bei can reach them. Instead, I head southwest too, in the hopes of wiping out the navy first. I capture the gate in the southwest corner and kill Yu Qi. There's also wine nearby to increase my Musou bar. I was never in any danger of Liu Bei fleeing anyway, as Xiahou Yuan, Chang He and a couple more officers have him cornered. With them keeping him stuck in place, I jog back up and take over. Like the other lords, he has a ton of health, but he doesn't get to fight back much while I slowly get rid of his health. Dian Wei reaches class 9 and his bodyguards become sergeants. Stage 4 is the next returning stage played from the opposite side, the battle at Chebi. Cao Cao reflects on the falls of Chang Jiao, Dong Chuo, Lu Bu and Yuan Shao, and states his intent for Zhuge Liang and Chou Yu to be the next additions to that list. I start in the north above the second row of boats from the west, while Cao Cao tells me to go for Zhuge Liang in the southwest. Heading south from where I start has me running into Xu Sheng, who becomes my first defeated officer. Once I turn west, I get the cutscene of Zhuge Liang conjuring the winds. Rather than move south towards Zhuge Liang when I can, I instead go north to wipe out the enemy along those boats. This sees me taking on Chu Ran and our fight being interrupted by Gan Ning. I finish Chu Ran and then have the easiest Gan Ning fight so far. Once I head back south and reach land, Chou Yu's fire attack goes off, resulting in a big morale loss. But I don't pay any attention and capture the nearby gate. I get moving east, defeating Cho Tai and having Lu Xun confront me. Unfortunately for him, I hit him as we're fading back in from his intro and he is utterly destroyed. Continuing east, Shu reinforcements led by Guan Yu show up. Zhuge Liang isn't on the map anymore, so I go deal with those reinforcements. But Chou Yu is on one of the boats on the way, and I get back-to-back intros as Huang Gai is right next to him. I separate Chou Yu from the others and bring him down quickly. Huang Gai tries to flee, but then just forgets what he was doing and stands still, letting me take him down as well. I then get heading north to find that the Wei soldiers have easily mopped up Guan Yu's unit, leaving just the man himself, so I steal the kill and take all the glory. While I'm up here, I move east along the north end of the screen towards the centre. Taisha Se has been making a lot of progress unchallenged, so I'm putting an end to that. First I take out his big gathering of archers with a single Musou attack. He's a bit of a pain here since he's got 2 officers right next to him joining in. Jiang Qin falls first and then Ding Feng seconds later. Even then, Taisha Se has a lot of soldiers. But even then, he isn't that hard to take down without his officers. I return to the boats and staying east of centre, move south. This trip sees me defeating Pan Chang, Han Dang, Chu Gajin, Cheng Pe, and the southern centre gate captain. Nearby I take out Ling Tong and then move west to defeat Lu Su. That just leaves Sun Quan, who is at his easiest here with lower stats than Yi Ling and lacking his millions of archers from there or her Fei, so I defeat him quickly. I gain the Bull, Dian Wei's third weapon. He also reaches class 6 with 6 major bodyguards. Stage 5 is one covered already, her Fei. This time Dian Wei starts in the northwest corner, close to Cao Cao. I have a minute-long jog southeast of the village in the middle where my first victims are Han Dang, Cho Tai, Cho Huan and Chu Ran all within the next 2 minutes. As I fight Pan Chang, I get a cutscene I missed last time. Chang Liao has Taisha Se surrounded by archers. He tries to flee on his horse but takes too many arrows, dropping dead on the back of the horse as it carries his body away. Pan Chang is then defeated. Heading east a little, further into the village, I take out Jiang Qin and soon after get Chang Liao letting me know he's moving on. To the northeast a little to defeat Cheng Pe. Next is a long trek to the southwest corner, during which Chang Liao launches his surprise attack, Gan Ning launches his in response, and Sun Quan orders his unit to advance. After all that, I reach Lu Meng and defeat him. Then a long run north, during which Cao Cao's reinforcements arrive to wipe out Gan Ning and his unit. I should say that Dianwei's C6 is good for keeping Gan Ning away with its launching projectile. Don't want him throwing his Musou out while I'm between animations. Gan Ning goes down and I move all the way southeast to take on Sun Quan's unit. I defeat his archers, Lu Su, and the man himself. Dianwei reaches class 5. His stage 6 is another new stage, the battle at Youting in spring 228. After the loss at Hefei, Wu retreats to Jiangdong. Wei continues hostilities on the Wu viceroy, Qiu Fang defects to Wei after finding 7 faults with Wu. Qiu Fang guides the Wei army to Youting. However, doubts start among the Wei army, with Sima Yi among them. The stage starts with Sima Yi and Cao Cao riding side by side when Dianwei rides up beside them to voice his concerns that Qiu Fang's defection could be a lie. Sima Yi isn't too concerned. If his defection is genuine, then it's a good thing. If it's false, they'll just wipe out the opposition. I start in the far north, far behind the front lines. Once I head south to the middle of the map, I move to the east side and go south from there. The first officer to face me is Quenzong, who doesn't pose much of a threat. Past him and further south is my first battle against Da Qiao. There are plenty of playable Wu characters who simply don't appear in the Shu campaigns, except as maybe NPCs at Cherbi that you're unlikely to run into or notice. The rest of them will appear in the Wei campaigns though. She actually falls faster than the generic officer I defeated previously. That's the east side dealt with, so I go back a little and take the centre-east path south. Going west a bit to end up dead centre in the map has me fighting my next officer, Chu Huan. After defeating him, I move northwest, where I help out Xu Huang surrounded by several soldiers. Dianwei's C4 I haven't mentioned yet, but it's very satisfying, throwing the axe in a circle around yourself and taking out everyone around you. While here, I run into Da Qiao's sister, Xiao Qiao. She rides her horse into my axe and I just ignore her while I try to beat down the archers nearby, with Xu Sheng also getting involved. Xu Sheng isn't on screen long before I get rid of him. I kill all the archers just in time for Sima Yi to confirm that Qiu Fang is a spy and offers a reward for whoever can kill him. With that discovery, the unit on the bridge north of the centre switches to the enemy side. First I defeat Xiao Qiao before I head back north to punish Qiu Fang. My killing blow on him ends up obscured by Xu Chu planting his horse in the way because he couldn't keep his nose out of my kill. With that done, I get moving south through the centre again, running into Sun Shangqiang. I swat her off her horse and never stop attacking until she's done for. Then further south is Lu Xun, who I ignored back in Hefei this time. I make up for it by quickly crushing him here. Right after, Sun Quan rides up for another fight, forgetting that I've already defeated him 2 stages in a row previously. And while he is very stubborn and has either high defense or a lot of health, third time is certainly not the charm for him as I give him another beating. Youting is perfectly fine, but I guess the 90% symmetrical layout does make it feel a little on the generic side. Dianwei's bodyguards get promoted to fighters, but he doesn't level up himself. And his final stage is another new one, the Siege of Hefei Castle in spring 234. Not bad for a guy who died during his second stage in real life. Cao Cao has died off screen and Sima Yi is in charge. He watches the battle on a cliff, clearly resentful towards Lu Xun. Lu Xun spots him and has a soldier fire an arrow at him. Sima Yi doesn't even flinch when it nicks his face. After their loss at Youting, Wu are making one more attack on Wei. The Wu army surrounds Hefei Castle and prepares for a final battle. Dianwei starts in the centre north. I start by moving southwest to remove this group of archers. It's very easy to get overwhelmed on this stage as there are probably more enemy soldiers on this map than on any other, even Wuchang Plains. You can just get stuck in one spot fighting off a seeming never-ending unit. Also, there's a unit claiming to belong to a Chen Ji. But Chen Ji is a Wei character. At first I thought Wu just had an officer with the same name, but I believe it's actually a typo that is fixed in Extreme Legends. Like how my PAL copy of the King of Fighters 11 refers to Tizok as Mai on the character select screen. Lu Xun hangs out dead centre of the map. As soon as I reach him, the main Wu army reach the southern gate and open it. This Lu Xun I'd say is the second toughest in the game, second only to the E-Ling version. This one doesn't have stats as high as that one, but makes up for it with all the help he has surrounding me. But after watching him retreat twice in a row, this time I put him down for good. After his death, more Wu soldiers arrive by boat in the south. Sima Yi doesn't feel very threatened though. Slightly to the east of where Lu Xun waits is Lu Meng. A huge majority of his unit went after me while I was fighting Lu Xun and got killed, leaving him with less protection and me able to kill him with a little help from Chang He, who showed up. Now I have a few choices as I'm being approached from 3 angles: south, northwest and northeast. I start by going northwest to fight off this imposter Chenji. After Lu Xun and Lu Meng, a generic is no match for me. I head back to the centre to get a cutscene showing Wei reinforcements appear in the south, although they are vastly outnumbered by the nearby Wu soldiers. The Wu army then breach the east gate, and then the west gate seconds later. But I'm still stuck here taking out stragglers from Lu Meng's unit who just keep appearing out of nowhere. Moving slightly east, I run into Sun Xiang again. I end up at low health, which is dangerous, but ends up with me throwing out many true Musou attacks at double strength and taking out huge swaths of the soldiers protecting her. And that's not even taking into account all the enemies dropping Musou recovery items so I can use them faster. Sun Xiang never stood a chance. While fighting off her many remaining soldiers, Sun Shao decides that if 3 playable officers couldn't defeat me, he might have a chance. He didn't. I move northeast to find that Gan Ning has journeyed quite the distance from his starting position around the southeast. But of the 3 problem officers from Yiling, Gan Ning drops far quicker than either Lu Xun or Lu Meng. I'm getting so many large stat boosts from these guys. Back in the spot I thought Sun Xiang, Chu Gejin is hanging around, so I kill him too. The only officer left is Sun Quan, but there are a lot of soldiers between me in the centre and him in the centre south. I take an extra 60 kills trying to inch forward to him, but I guess he got impatient as he rides up to me himself. And I don't even pay attention to him. There are so many soldiers surrounding us that I focus on them, with him usually getting caught in attacks meant for them. By the time he gets caught in enough attacks to kill him, I've also killed another 140 enemies around us. Hefei Castle can be stressful, especially on the hard difficulty, but there is a satisfaction in facing down this almost endless army and just ripping through them and eventually coming out on top. In terms of the big final battle between 2 kingdoms stages, I definitely like it more than Yiling. Not sure if I prefer it over Wuchang Plains though, but the visibility is at least better here. Clearing Musou mode with 2 Wei characters unlocked Cao Cao and Xu Huang. Dian Wei reaches class 3. In terms of new scenes in his ending, Sima Yi watches Chenji sing, Xiu Chu prepares to chop through a stone block before Dian Wei stumbles by drunk and smashes it with his head as he falls, Xu Huang meditates by a waterfall, Chang He dances while Dian Wei sleeps in his chair. Now for his 4th weapon obtained at Wang Castle. The requirement is easy: defeat Hu Che. This spawns a supply team very close by, who move southeast to escape through the gate near Jiashu. But they're so close by they have no chance, so I kill them and obtain the weapon. The Mad Bull has a lightning element on both the C5 and C6. Now back to grinding the yellow turbans. 3 playthroughs maxes out his bodyguards, the next one gets him to class max. The next run maxes out his attack stat, the one after his defense stat. 2 more runs max his health, and the one after that finishes him by maxing both his points and his Musou bar. With him done, let's move on to our 3rd Wei character, Xiu Chu. He's the first Wei character to get a bandit stage with the Mountain Bandit campaign. So Wei's other big guy is one that I'm aware can be made extremely powerful with the right setup, but I just really did not enjoy playing as him. You'd look at the size of the weapon and expect to be whacking groups of enemies flying for it to be really satisfying. His attacks feel clumsy and they lack a range that matches up with his weapon's length. The actual attacks themselves feel like they don't do as much damage as they should. He's very slow, with his dashing attack being this awkward roll, and even his Musou attack feels awkward with the way he falls down at the end and has to get back up. He's not Zhuge Liang levels of unfun for me, or even a badly designed character, but he's the only other character so far that gets anywhere near that level of unenjoyment for me. Having the Mountain Bandits as his first stage makes it easy for me now scripting this video, as there's nothing left to talk about and I can skip over it, but at the moment playing it, it just leaves me a little underleveled for the first full-length stage. The points get him to just class 15. His second stage is Guandu. Xiu Chu starts this stage in the middle of the castle, meaning a long, slow jog just to reach any of the action. Things don't speed up once I leave the southeast exit, as taking down Yan Liang is a slow fight. Liu Bei spots Guan Yu very early this time and his unit leaves. North of the castle next to defeat Gao Lan and Wen Chou and capture the gate. The southeast outpost first, defeating Han Meng and finding the supply depot first try. I defeat Yuan Shang, capture the gate and defeat Chun Yu Qiong. Yuan Shao gets the report that the supply depot is under attack, the news making him do this to the back of his horse's neck before Cao Cao burns the depot down. Then I go northwest and take the remaining outposts too. Lu Wei Kuang, Chang He and the gate captains all fall before I reach Yuan Shao and take him down as well. I gain Xiu Chu's second weapon, the Spite Club, and he reaches class 12 with his bodyguards becoming sergeants. Stage 3 for Xiu Chu is Changban. Xiu Chu starts this one slightly east of where Dian Wei does. Start by heading south to take down Cho Tsang and Mi Chu, end up triggering the Changfei bridge event from the opposition side, defeat Chang Fei and Zhuge Liang and capture the gate between my starting point on the southeast corner. This time I even take the little detour further east to another gate to capture, getting me in a fight with Guan Yu, who I also defeat. Then taking the long northwestern path, I take out Ma Su, Liao Hua, Mi Feng, Chen Chen, Chan Yong and Sun Qian. Xu Chu has had enough strength increases that his damage is now starting to outpace the frustration I have with his awkward attacks. Moving southwest towards the navy, Liu Qi is defeated before I head back up to finish off Liu Bei. Xu Chu reaches class 9 and his bodyguards become majors. His stage 4 is Che Bi. He starts in the exact same northwestern spot that Dian Wei does, so heading south I take out Xu Sheng and then go southeast to take down Huang Gai, preventing the fire attack from being launched. Then I defeat Chou Yu as well. Doing this spawns a special item dead center in the map, but first I empty the southwestern quadrant of the map, bringing down Lu Meng, then the northwestern part where Gan Ning falls, followed by Chu Ran. Northeast next, defeating Han Dang, Jian Qin, Ding Feng and Lu Xun. Despite finding Xu Chu's Musou attack awkward, the true Musou version at low health is very strong and good for crowd control. You can do quite well with him by keeping his health low and just spamming this, but not increasing his health goes against the 100% I'm aiming for. The southwest next, taking down Cheng Pe, Ling Tong and Lu Su. Then finally Sun Quan himself, and I get Xu Chu's third weapon, the Bone Crusher. I also forgot to grab that special item I made appear. Xu Chu reaches class 7 and gains 4 guard bodyguards. For stage 5, another returning one through the Wei perspective for the first time, the battle at Tong Gate. This version starts with a cutscene where Xu Huang tells Cao Cao that he doesn't feel good about this battle. Cao Cao is irritated by Xu Huang's morality and says that he will do anything to take Guan Chong. Xu Huang gives in and rides off ahead while Xu Chu comes up to tell Cao Cao that his dinner is ready, to which Cao Cao turns to this generic officer with a look of, "What's up with this guy?" Xu Chu then stares right into the player's soul. He starts off in the southeast corner of the map. Before I reach the gate itself, there are a few officers already hanging about outside to deal with. I have access to Xu Chu's C6 now, a series of belly bashes followed by a ground pound. I never get to throw it out much because it's so easy to get hit out of the combo before you can pull it off. Like on the Xu version of this stage, the first 2 generic officers have a ridiculous amount of health. So it takes about 6 or 7 minutes on the stage just to defeat Pang De and Ma Dai. Then even before I can finish Ma Dai, Ma Chao sends his army charging forward. When I fade back in, Ma Dai sneaks in a killing blow on me. Next time Pang De goes down, followed by Han Sui who also hangs around here. I'm not letting him hang around fighting just to trigger the defection. I end up fighting both Ma Dai and Ma Chao together. Since I can't stop getting my ass kicked, the true Musou attack with its fire effect is the only effective move I have. I focus on all the archers in front of the gate that keep hitting me. Even the archers don't take that much damage, but eventually I take down all of them outside the gate. Another officer then gets involved, Chen Yin. I lure everyone into the cramped area of this gate's doors and keep spamming Musou attacks. Chen Yin goes down first and I get so fed up with Ma Dai refusing to take damage and throwing out every free heal he can, I go through the gate for a bit. But the arsehole follows me. I manage to separate him from everyone else and keep plinking away at his health, only for Ma Chao to interrupt and ruin everything. Li Kan is here and ends up collateral damage while I'm fighting off those two. Then 12 minutes into this attempt, this one generic officer finally drops dead. Ma Chao is near death himself, but first I move west to capture the gates, then north to fight some officers who actually take normal damage. Ho Xuan and Yang Chu are defeated on the little bridge. I return to Ma Chao, taking down Cheng Yi on the way, and finally knock out Ma Chao's last little bit of health. That felt like the longest short stage of my life. Xu Chu reaches class 6. His stage 6 is Hefei Castle. I start all the way in the north near Sumai, meaning I have a little journey to the first enemy soldier. Southwest to start with to defeat imposter Chen Ji, then Lu Xun killed while off screen with a Musou attack, Sun Xiao and Sugar Jin within seconds of each other. Thanks to the huge amount of enemies, this is another stage where staying at lower health and throwing out true Musou attacks is a good strategy. Lu Meng is next, then east some more to take down Sun Xiang, followed by Gan Ning. This time I make it south outside the castle before Sun Quan can get in. Killing every officer except for Sun Quan, then starting a fight with him and waiting a while will cause a special item to spawn on the centre south boat. I grab it and while I'm there, capture the gate to cut off reinforcements. Unlike last time, the Wei soldiers are now vastly outnumbering the Wu soldiers. Once I kill all of Sun Quan's archers, I return to him and spend a couple minutes slowly battering him to death. The special item was the Art of War, which lengthens the amount of time the temporary power-up items last. Xu Chu reaches class 5 and gains 6 bodyguards. His 7th and final stage is Wuchang Plains. Xu Chu starts in the same place you'll find him as an opponent on the Shu side, in the northwestern corner. Right next to me, I can take down a Ma Dai that actually takes normal damage when I hit him with a giant club. I next head all the way south to capture the gate and defeat Yan Yan, east across the bridge and north, defeating Wan Ping and Guan Xing, heading back all the way north and east across the bridge where my Guan Yu kill is stolen, and then I defeat a fleeing Liao Hua. Next is south to take on Pan Tong, where while getting up from a Musou attack, I'm killed by an arrow. That's half an hour lost, so I decide to go get Xu Chu's 4th weapon instead. This one requires me to be on Tong Gate and take out the 2 officers I complained most about on hard mode, Pang De and Ma Dai. 10 minutes later I've downed them both. Once that's done, all I have to do is walk into Tong Gate. This spawns a special item nearby in the southeast of the fort. I grab it and finish the rest of the stage. I gain the Stone Crusher, which has no element but high stats. Back to Wuchang Plains, I follow the same route as the first time but skip Yan Yan, Wan Ping and Guan Xing, but take down Pang Tong and Chang Yi. I cross the bridge west and go north to defeat Huang Quan, Guan Xing, Wang Fing and Jiang Wei. I then take out Yan Yang in the southwest and enter Shu HQ, defeating Zhuge Liang and Liu Bei. Xu Chu reaches class 3 and gains 8 bodyguards. During Xu Chu's ending, we get Sima Yi and Xiahou Dun checking out the passing Diao Chan. Xu Chu actually getting to smash the stone slab this time. Xu Chu and Dian Wei racing to get the last bit of food only for it to be knocked into the air, where Xu Chu jumps after it but Dian Wei catches up and grabs it first. Since I have all his weapons, maxing him out is next. 2 runs of the Yellow Turbans fully levels his bodyguards and maxes out his attack stat. 2 more runs has him reach class max. The next run maxes his defense. The run after maxes his health. 3 more runs max out his Musou bar, and 1 last run maxes out his points. Like with Shu, I'll be leaving this part after the first 3 characters, having described most of the new stages in detail and setting things up to go through the remaining 7 faster. There was the possibility of all of Wei being a single video, but behind the scenes problems resulted in a kingdom whose combined script was half the length of the Shu combined script, taking more than double the time to write, so splitting it across 2 was unavoidable. Next time we'll start with Wei's lord, Cao Cao.